So 531. One is really important. And what I want to ask right now is by raise of hand, how many of you like study trips? How many of you have gotten to go on a study trip? How many of you want more study trips? That's what I want. And I want to share with all of you my love for Boston. For me, I see Boston as a great opportunity to meet that requirement. And so what I'm going to talk to you about is the trends that we've seen on the attendance that has been on the study trip so far that I've gotten data from the BCMC from. And then on top of that, with that data, I'm also going to talk about the benefits of Boston, and finally, a slight revision on the study trip format that I think would help implement changes for the future. So, if only I knew how to use the clicker. There we go. So, if we're going to start looking at the data, on the left, you have the entire class, both MBA 1s and MBA 2s. On the right, we have the data for the number of attendees. More than half of our classes are not participating in study trips. Participation is defined as either attending a study trip, being waitlisted, or canceling after being accepted to go on a study trip. So more than half aren't participating. Of the third of us, or around a third of us that are participating or attending these study trips, half of the participants go on their first study trip that they apply to. Of the third of the ones that actually go on study trips, many of them will go twice. Half of those will go twice. And the other half is split between both being waitlisted or canceling, but still attending one trip. So the question that comes to my mind is, why are the lucky getting so lucky, and why are the unlucky getting so unlucky? And for me, one of the ways that the BCMC is answering this question is that they're working forward to doing more random selection on the study trips and weighting those to the individuals that still have yet to fulfill that requirement. What I want to talk about is giving you another opportunity to fulfill that requirement. Boston. Boston is fantastic. It fills a lot of these different areas of improvement that I received through interviews with my fellow students. And on top of that, Boston also offers, over on the left-hand side, the first column is 17 different industries that are available across Boston. The second column is all the different companies that I found in the 100 best places to work in Boston and companies within my own network. So what I'm trying to do is, with this change, this is the general format for how you sign up for a study trip. That's great. You put your name on the line. That's fantastic. Let's see if you get selected. On the back of this, I have the list of those different companies. What I want you to do is I want you to look at those companies. I want you to say which companies and industries you're specifically interested in if you want to go to Boston. And on top of that, whether or not you're going to Boston or not, I also want you to name which companies you are networked with. My idea on revising the Boston study trip is the fact that the BCMC is doing their best. What we're trying to do is give them our network so that when we show up, we all have the opportunity to enjoy Boston, and we all have the credibility and rapport that we need. Let me share my love with the country with you.